We are ending the first month of 2025 with a crazy movie. I've been hyped for this one. I'm talking about the movie Dogman. If you don't know what Dogman is or who he is, actually, he's one of the greatest of all times, and this is my childhood right here. Dav Pilkey literally created my childhood. We got Captain Underpants, which they made into an animated movie. I'm still waiting on the sequel, by the way, DreamWorks, but then DreamWorks decided to do another movie based on one of Dav Pilkey's books, and that is Dogman. That's coming out January 31st. DreamWorks is a part of this production as well as Universal, and their stack of animation films has been really good with The Wild Robot and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, but seeing the animation from little trailers and sneak peeks on Dogman actually got me really hyped for this movie, and is one of my most anticipating movies of 2025, because most 2025 movies are sequels or haven't been announced yet, and seeing a movie adaptation of a childhood book I think is gonna bring a lot of people to the movie because of that nostalgic factor, which I know I will. And the animation is very clean, as I already said previously, regardless if DreamWorks partnered up with a different studio that we don't know, Sony Pictures. It's just a whole thing with that one that we don't have to explain really. Regardless, they took their time with their animation, and I like how they paid homage to the original books, as well as the same animation style as Captain Underpants, with the eyes and the expression with their faces, as well as the character build and the model shape. They did really good, I gotta say again. Dogman is issued as a graphic novel / comic book type of vibe, and they kind of issue that in the trailer. What I also noticed about this trailer is that Peter's voice sounds a little familiar because he's played by Pete Davidson out of all people, which I'm not gonna lie, it seems like a good fit for him to play Peter the Cat. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it just seems like a good fit. If you read the books, you already know that Petey's gonna create a clone of himself called Little Petey, and my first reaction when I saw Little Petey in the trailer, it looks adorable, that little cat. So somebody at DreamWorks or somebody at Universal, let me know where I could buy a Little Petey plush, because I'll be the first one to buy it. And if this movie's taking the approach where they're just putting one villain per movie, which of course will probably lead off in a cliffhanger, let's be honest, like they did with Captain Underpants, even though I'm waiting on the sequel, just saying DreamWorks. And if Dogman gets well enough reception, we could be having a Dogman franchise, because the audience of this is so broad. You got people that are interested in what Dogman is or who he is, and then you got other people that know the franchise already because they read the books. And honestly, by looking at the trailer, it looks like there's gonna be a lot of dog related humor, of course, maybe cats as well. What we're seeing right now, the jokes are actually hitting, you know, you get a little chuckle, a little laugh, and not like some corny joke that you see about a dog saying, oh, that was rough, I guess. Like, it's just silly humor that DreamWorks decided to put in, which I respect. The one thing I don't get about Dogman is that it came out in 2016, the first issue, and I'm just surprised they haven't created a show based off in like 2020 or something like that. I'ma just go a little nostalgia moment, but do you remember when you used to do the book fair trying to get all the books, but then turns out you spent all the money on erasers and posters that you really didn't need, and as soon as you leave the book fair, there's a book that catches your eye. It could be Dogman or Captain Underpants, and you can't read it because you spent your money on erasers and posters. That was me, by the way. Or you just read the book right then and there because you just didn't want to buy the book. Like, save your money, I guess. But back to what I was saying about DreamWorks could be franchising Dogman if it does really good, because other than Captain Underpants, Dav Pilkey made other books, and I'm talking about Dogman as well as The Adventures of Super Diaper Baby, The Adventures of Ook and Glook. Many successful franchises that Dav Pilkey made, but the best two were Captain Underpants and of course Dogman, which Dogman has 13 books plus a prequel. So there's more story to be told, of course, because the movie hasn't came out yet and we don't know what they're gonna do. They could probably bring all the villains in one movie, but I don't think so. And I don't think the director Peter Hastings, he's a DreamWorks veteran, worked on Kung Fu Panda and other projects like Captain Underpants, so I don't think he's gonna bring all the villains at once. That's like a very potential waste of sequels. If you could tell by the trailer and you could tell by the books, Dogman doesn't speak, by the way. He rather, you know, growls or like all that. I'm never doing that again, by the way. But DreamWorks could have actually done it in a way where Dogman could have spoke, but I'm glad that they didn't, because to be honest, Chris Pratt could have voiced Dogman. Future casting along the way, that's my prediction. Dogman is now voiced by Chris Pratt. But overall, it's cool that he's not making any sound, because we can still tell by his emotion and by his face and by the sounds he makes. So hopefully DreamWorks already established that throughout the movie. One thing I get from this Dogman trailer that DreamWorks made is that, you know, it reminds me a little bit of the Into the Spider-Verse animation. Hopefully I'm not the only one that sees that, but you know what, let's cut to a little break real quick. Thank you for making this the middle of the video. If you like this type of content that I do, please hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. I appreciate and love you all. Let me know what you think of the Dogman trailer so far, and back to the video, because DreamWorks has to nail this, because their last movie did outstandingly well. I don't even know if that's a word, but you know what, I'm gonna use it. And with the upcoming movies coming up in 2025 with the live action How to Train Train Your Dragon, and the bad guys too. They got a reputation that they could keep for a while, with other movies probably in development for 2025 and 2026 with the release of Shrek 5, which a lot of people already really want now, but it got delayed to another couple of months due to different dates, so now it's gonna be pushed back to December. Sorry, Shrek fans, I'm sorry, but we got Dogman coming out January 31st. I feel like DreamWorks started to shift to better quality ever since Puss in Boots: The Last Wish in 2022. We've seen Ruby Gillman, the Teenage Kraken, Trolls Band Together, okay, Kung Fu Panda 4, okay, that was a miss in their book, but The Wild Robot as well. DreamWorks been up in the ante competing with Disney and also other animation companies. With Dogman starting off the year of animation films, the plotline for this story is basically pretty simple. There was a man who had a dog, and then due to the accident, due to surgery between these two hospital ladies, and they decided, you know what, the dog still has his head, the human's not hearing really well, doesn't really have a head, let's just put the dog head on the human. And like I said before, Peter the cat is gonna be playing a role in this by Pete Davidson. And Lil Petey comes out of nowhere from the clone machine, then changes the trajectory of the whole film with Petey and the Dogman. Two things I want to address for the music choice, DreamWorks. So if you haven't seen the Dogman trailer, they use Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Stronger, like a remix of already a techno remix. And I love Daft Punk. I love all their music. I have all their vinyls almost. I'm missing one more, but the trailer just doesn't seem right to have that music. I don't know why. It just seemed different. Like it's there, but it's not really there. You see what I mean? And the second song choice, which is the most important one, is like the main Dogman theme song, the one that's gonna start at the end credits. And the artist that plays this is not Kendrick, it's not Drake, it's not J. Cole, it's not Miles, it's Young Gravy actually. Out of all the people that you could have gotten, a clever one would have been Snoop Dogg. I'm just saying, DreamWorks, that was a missed opportunity. But the song is called Super Good. It's featuring James Brown, which is like, I feel so good. I'm not trying to get copyrighted, but Super Good releases January 24th, and honestly, it's kind of catchy. I'm not gonna lie. Am I gonna listen to the full song just in case? You never know. It could be a low-key hit banger. Yes, I'm gonna listen to it. People are saying that this could be leading up to a Captain Underpants sequel, which I highly doubt because this movie specifically focused on Dogman. Maybe George and Hell will make a cameo. I don't know. Maybe. The funny thing is, I made two videos on Dogman. One, Dogman Has Potential, and the other one, Dogman Movie. If you know, you know. And in both of those movies, I have high hopes that this movie's gonna do good. And I just love the nostalgia factor that it comes with this. Dav Pilkey knows our childhood and he's understanding, and also he's a huge part of this project. Because at the time of this recording, we're 14 days away from the movie. A lot of families are gonna go. A lot of people that just read the books are gonna go, as well as I'm gonna go. The real question is, are you gonna go see the movie Dogman on January 31st? I'm just so excited to see Dogman. One, because I want to get a taste of that movie theater popcorn again. Also, the new generation gets to experience it with us, now learning what Dogman is and how impactful it was in our childhood. But you let me know in the comments below, are you excited for Dogman? Do you think it's gonna live up to the hype of the book? Hopefully DreamWorks pulls out with the bang and actually starts the year of animation right. But that's the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you like it, subscribe if you want, you know, subscribe to Blockbuster Guy, join the community. I love you all. I got some big news in the month of February, so stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. But other than that, it's your average guy, a Blockbuster Guy. I hope you have a great 2025. Take care and have a good one.